What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another video. Now, you might be thinking, no, this is not yet the 700 subscriber special. That will be coming soon. I'm just waiting for the perfect time to shoot that video. Now, this one is going to be a more regular episode review, kind of. And for today's Kamen Rider Revice. Now, before I begin, this is the type of video where I have to place a spoiler warning, and it's gonna be a big one at that, I might say, because in order to talk about a lot of things here in this video in more detail, so I will have to mention some plot points that are very much spoilerific, but definitely not the entire episode. So you still have something to watch, but I highly recommend that you watch the videos or the episodes anyway, rather, once they come out. So you can probably pause this video here if you think they've already come out, or maybe come back again once you've finished watching the most recent Kamen Rider Revice episodes. Or if you haven't started watching the show yet, what are you doing? Go ahead and watch it now. And make sure you catch up with the latest episodes before moving on with this video. Okay? We all good? Because we are going into some spoiler territory. So, anyways, enjoy. Now, in this episode of Kamen Rider Revice, we see more of Weekend, this new organization that I have mentioned in a previous video. Actually, it's not just mentioned; it's basically a whole video about them. Link in the description if you haven't seen it yet. So, what is Weekend? Is it a singing group that sung songs like Blinding Lights or such? No, it's not. But they are an organization who apparently is working to destroy FENIX. So, well, FENIX, as we see, they're kind of the good guys, as because the Kamen Riders are working for FENIX. They destroy monsters and such. However, FENIX itself, you would probably see from more recent episodes, they're acting very, very sus as well. And that one I'll get into later in this video. But let's go back to Weekend, shall we? So, another thing about Weekend is that they were apparently the ones who gave Sakura the Libera driver, which allows her to transform into Kamen Rider Jan. Now, come to think of it, George himself admitted that he knew nothing of the Libera driver. He didn't make it. So, who? So, apparently, it was Weekend. Now, there were rumors about Sakura joining them, probably in order to fight FENIX. While technically she hasn't joined them yet, but she is being convinced to join as of now. So that part, that rumor may or may not be true, but we're somewhat moving towards that direction as of today. But again, we don't know if Sakura will actually join, Weekend. But considering how FENIX is also doing in this situation, she might actually do so herself. Now, I have mentioned in the previous video that Weekend may be another villainous organization with their own personal agendas. Now, while they made it clear that they are working to stop FENIX or probably destroy them, of course, with the help of the Kamen Riders, especially Jan, we don't know what they're going to do after, let's say, they actually defeat FENIX. So what's going to happen then? Are they going to be the ones to save the world, or are they going to be the ones to take control? That's what we're going to have to see in future episodes. Now, let's go to FENIX. So in the recent episodes, we see their leader, not really commander, because that's technically Hiromi's job right now. He is the commanding officer of FENIX. So he took over Yujiro Wakabayashi's position, uh, but there appears to be another character who is in a much higher position. I forgot who he is. I'm sorry about that. I haven't checked, but anyways, so he seems to have a lot of fascination with GIF, and every time that a GIF text is defeated, so there is a reaction within GIF, and that gets him excited. Like he is eager to see GIF, maybe too eager to see GIF, possibly come to life. Now, what could this person be thinking of? What could his end goal be? But more importantly, who is he really? So, in order to talk about that, we're going to have to mention Ortega. So, in the previous episode last week, he was defeated by the teamwork of Levi and Vice, with also a little help from Hiromi as demons, of course. So Ortega was defeated and he was taken into custody by FENIX. However, it seems that Ortega is using that to his advantage, and he knows this higher officer within the FENIX. So we are actually going to go back to last week's episode again, because we see Ortega's backstory. So one day he meets a hooded figure who recruits him into joining the Dead Man's. However, again, because this is a hooded figure, we don't really see the face, but when this hooded figure speaks, it appears to have a male voice, apparently, and this is kind of similar to the person who is leading the FENIX, or who's leading FENIX right now. There's no that in FENIX, I guess. So this isn't final yet, but I think we can assume that the leader of FENIX and the leader of the Dead Man's, this is not Ortega, and definitely not Aguilera, I'll tell you that, they may be the same person. So again, it's not yet finalized, it's not yet confirmed, but this may be our most logical step so far. Again, we may have to see future episodes to confirm that or deny, depending on the situation. So yeah, so if we can confirm that this leader of FENIX is also the leader of the Dead Man's, right? So we can say that he is using FENIX as a front for his own agenda to actually revive GIF, which is basically the goal of the Dead Man's, right? And it's actually a very brilliant idea, although it seems counterintuitive at first. If your goal is to uh, revive GIF, why would you need to destroy demons? But then again, uh, there is a kind of an effect that may actually help revive GIF faster by defeating the demons, or more powerful ones like the GIF techs. So we're not exactly sure, but now that they are in possession of GIF, right, it's easier to show people that they're trustworthy, right? So they are uh, so GIF is in their custody. They're observing GIF, but it's actually a more apt opportunity to take advantage of. So yeah, I know it sounds a bit confusing, but using a facade of being an organization uh, for protecting people is actually, ironically, the bad guy. You know, so I think that's a brilliant plan, basically. Yeah. So if this were true, then we can say that Weekend may be justified in their actions, but again, I'm not really gonna count them as the good guys just yet, because really, I see them as suspicious characters. So if again, like I mentioned earlier, if FENIX gets overthrown, destroyed, or whatever, so basically any scenario that puts Weekend into power, we don't know what they're going to do, really. I mean, they're also using Vice stamp, or at least they were in possession of a Vice stamp. We don't know how, we don't know how they got hold of a Vice stamp. We don't know how they were able to create the Libera driver, but we can assume that maybe one of the Ushijimas used to work. Maybe the Ushijima patriarch uh, was actually a scientist or a researcher under FENIX who defected upon learning the secrets of the organization. That's not confirmed yet. This is just my own headcanon, but it's highly possible, So uh, he may have been working with George Karisaki, and he may have been able to copy or steal designs for a rider system, and that's what they used to create Kamen Rider Jan and the Libera driver, basically. So uh, that part isn't a spoiler, okay? That's just how I imagine the Ushijimas are, especially their dad. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting fight between Weekend and FENIX, if it turns out that they're actually evil, or at least nobody knows yet that they're evil. Even those who are working with FENIX, working within FENIX. But speaking of FENIX, we haven't talked about George Karisaki yet, but uh, why is he still working with FENIX, even though it appears that he may already know their leader's actual goals? So I think it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't care. He admits that his goal is to create the ultimate Kamen Rider. And he's going to do that with any means necessary. By any means necessary. Even if it means making a deal with the devil. Who knows? It may be quite literal, that he, to the point that he makes an actual contract with GIF or something. maybe he'll transform into his own Kamen Rider one day, we don't know, or have someone else turn into a Kamen Rider. Maybe he'll turn GIF into a Kamen Rider, we don't know. Anything is possible at this point with George's own plot, I guess, his own quest, his own journey to create the ultimate Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider Ultimate, if you want to name it that, let's say. But uh, George may become his own villain if this continues. You know, the possibilities are endless so far. So, speaking of the dead man's, uh, I think, Aguilera is still bent on reviving GIF just to make sure her own agendas, her own goals are achieved. But is she going to work with Ortega again, or does she hate him so much that she'll probably end up, fighting him in order to take control of the dead man's? We don't know yet, but I think Julio is there to try and save her, stop her while it's not too late. So I think if we can consider Aguilera as her own faction, she's probably the weakest right now. She doesn't have much resources. I mean, she does have the Queen Bee Vice Stamp. She can fight on her own, but again, GIF is in the possession of FENIX, and with uh, Ortega now as Kamen Rider Demons. So how it happens, I'll let you guys watch it for yourselves. He may still have a chance to defeat Aguilera. So uh, I think we can talk about how Ortega can become Kamen Rider Demons without any problems. Yeah, that's probably a video for next time. I'll keep it in the back of my head, but not so much in the back. So yeah, uh, I think that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So, is Weekend going to be the next dominant force? Will FENIX be the ones still prevailing? What are the Igarashi siblings going to do? Because they're basically in the middle of it all. And how are they going to deal with problems that are coming their way, most definitely? So again, tell me your own thoughts in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, comment, share this video, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.